Your hairstyle plays a massive role in your overall facial attractiveness, and most young guys these days have the most fucking shit hairstyles I've ever seen in my entire life. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to actually find the exact hairstyle that's gonna suit your face. Personally, me, I've been through the shit during high school and before high school. So pretty much for most of my life, 18 years probably, I didn't have a single haircut that I felt confident in. I always hated every single haircut I got. And yeah, I just didn't like the way my hair looked at all. Pretty much, I went through the wide spectrum of hairstyles. I went short, and I hated that when my brother forced me to get haircuts. Like a medium length, I didn't like that. Long length, I grew my hair out, and it looked fucking horrible. I've been through everything, and it's only the last couple of years where I actually started, actually taking this shit seriously and actually found a hairstyle or like a couple different hairstyles that look good on me. Typically, I'll be honest right now, I'm growing my hair out, so which is why it's not as well maintained as it should be. By the way, I made an entire course on how you can actually improve your facial attractiveness, and pretty much every component I've got it covered, so you'll go through a similar glow up as I did growing up, and that only took me like 2 years. So if you're interested, go check out the first link in the description below right now. Okay, so first things first, when we talk about head shape, honestly, in my opinion, I'm not going to be covering that. Basically what it is like if your head is shaped this way, if your head is, a bit rounder, or if your head is like a bit squarer, this particular hairstyle will look good on you, and this one won't. Okay, this is why I don't really like that much. Personally, for me, when I was actually looking into that stuff, I just found it so confusing, and that just confused the fuck out of me even more than I was in the beginning, right? And at the end of the day, man, you don't know what hairstyle is gonna look good on you. It doesn't matter what face shape you have. I know there is definitely some truth in that. Like your face shape definitely does play a big role in your hairstyle, but to just rule out hairstyles and haircuts just because you have this certain head shape, I think it's stupid. Bro, what is that focusing on? What the fuck is that? But are you fucking like actually serious right now? My face is right here, dickhead. Okay, so the first thing is to find an actor that you think is handsome. It doesn't have to be an actor. It could be your like favorite social media person. It could be your Instagram, like someone on Instagram. It could be your favorite TikToker. Just someone that you follow on social media, or like any sort of media that you find is handsome. Because you definitely have someone that you follow that you like a lot because of their looks and maybe the way they portray themselves. Because, okay, so back then, I used to be a TikTok addict, and there used to be heaps of like TikTok guys, with like kind of hair like what I have now, and I just copied their hairstyles. Now again, this isn't like a foolproof method. Like, chances are that hairstyle that looks good on them isn't gonna look good on you. That's perfectly normal. And like I said before, man, this all comes down to experimentation. So you need to be willing to put some time into this, and some time and effort. But if you don't have anyone that you watch on like the media or anything, I'm just gonna tell you a couple haircuts that you could get that honestly get a lot of compliments from girls, and depending on if you suit them, this could honestly be your next haircut. By the way, I'm talking about haircuts specifically, not hairstyles. Styling your hair is different to getting a haircut. Okay, I'm just going over cuts right now. So pretty much there's 3 haircuts that I would get if you're a guy. First one is a short fade. So this could either be a high fade, it could be a mid fade, but pretty much this one's just like the typical masculine type of fade look, and it's just a really clean cut hairstyle. If you're going for more of that masculine type appearance, I don't think you can go wrong with a mid fade or a high fade, man. A short fade. But if you're like me and you like keeping your hair a bit on the longer side because keeping your hair too short you don't like the look of it, I perfectly understand that. That's honestly me. Now, I fucking love drop fades. I think they're awesome. Basically what it is it's just a lower fade. It's just gonna fade a lot lower than your usual fade, and you can keep your hair a lot longer on these, which is I like that. So yeah, man, I pretty much think those 2 fades are the best to get. I see a lot of young guys also going for a low taper. Pretty much that's just the taper version of the drop fade. There's just a different variant of a drop fade basically, but I prefer a drop fade. And the final haircut I would recommend is just keeping it long and growing it out. Now, this one is probably the most broad spectrum. You could have more of my length and like keep a messy fringe. You could have it even longer and like slick it back and have it, you know, maybe like a mid part. There's a lot of different things you can do with keeping your hair long and growing it out. But honestly, I can't tell you if keeping your hair long will look good on you. But what I will say is I 100% recommend everyone to at least like one time in their life to at least grow out their hair at least one time in their life, because you never know what you look like with long hair unless you try it, right? Unless you actually grow it out. But you know, you will need to go through that growing phase, which I'm going through right now, and it's not very good. But if you actually want to experiment and, you know, say fuck it and actually grow it out, bro, you could be in one hell of a glow up. You will look 100% different. It doesn't matter who you are, you will look very different when you grow out your hair. Whether that's good or bad, it depends, but you will need to maintain it well. You could ask your barber for, like, you know, maintenance cuts. That's definitely a thing you could do. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the 3 haircuts I would recommend a guy to get. I think, like, obviously I know that there's like a lot more different variants for like fades and shit. I know, like, you might think this fade is cooler, you might like a more of a burst fade. I know. I just think those 2 fades in particular, you can't really go wrong with them, which is why I chose them, because I think most guys would look good with what I just said, at least. And then you can find your own, like, you can like tune your own way. Okay, so in terms of how to actually style your hair, now we're getting into styling it. Bro, there's so many different ways you can style your hair. But what I will say is, it would be a good idea if you have a hairstyle in mind before you actually get the haircut, because then, you know, we can actually make it happen easier. But it's okay, we're experimenting, and if you don't know how to style your hair, you can try this test. This is what I call the wet mirror test. Don't worry, it's as weird as it sounds. Just stand in front of your bathroom mirror, wet your hands, wet your hair, and just try out different hairstyles at will. Because when your hair is wet, that's when you can actually, you know, try out different, like 50 different hairstyles at once. But this is efficient as fuck, guys. So the reason we do this is to find out, you know, what kind of hairstyle would look good on us. Because you can try, like, doing a messy fringe. You could try slicking your hair back, parting your hair from the sides, parting your hair one side. You can just try a whole myriad of things. And yeah, man, is this efficient as fuck? But here's the problem. Even if you do find like a hairstyle you like after, you know, styling your hair with water, here's the problem. It's not gonna stay there. So I remember in my high school years, pretty much I just used to style my hair with the water, and I would look at my phone like 2 hours later and my hair would look fucking shit. Yeah. So pretty much you need to find a way to hold that look. And so the product you use depends on a few things. It depends on your hair type, you like straight or curly hair. It depends how thin or thick your hair is. Like, different types of products will look better on other people and worse on other people, basically. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this. I'm just gonna show you a couple products which I think are pretty much the best, and you shouldn't use anything else. Obviously you can use more than what I'm gonna list, but I just think these are the best for starting out. And I mean, you don't need to use anything else if you use one of these at least, alright? Because the first thing is a sea salt spray. Now, sea salt spray is fucking awesome for giving you like a textury, beachy type of vibe. Kind of what I'm going for right now. And this stuff is super easy to use. You just have to wet your hair a little bit, so use this when your hair is a little bit damp, and just spray a bunch of sprays, like a lot if you want. 10 sprays maybe less than that. Yeah, your hair is just gonna look a lot more beachy and like a bit curly, just a bit messy, right? If that's the look you're going for. What I will say is that sea salt spray isn't very good on my hair. It's not very effective on my hair because my hair is super thick, right? So sea salt spray is gonna work really well if you have really thin hair. Or just not super thick hair like me, basically. But yeah, man. The next thing is either a gel or a clay or a wax or a pomade. Now, I just gave you 4 different options. Don't be confused. Basically, these are just like creams and like stuff you can rub on your hands and just chuck on your hair while your hair is like a little bit moist. Basically, I'm just gonna make this super simple for you. Gel will give you a wet look, and so will pomade. Wax and clay will give you more of a dry, beachy, like a dry, like bedhead type of look. But if you have like really thick, curly hair like me, the best product you can use by far is a hair mousse. This is by far the best product I've tried for like pretty much out of anything else for my specific hair, because man, it's just really fucking good. This is literally like whipped cream. You just chuck it in your and then chuck it in your hair, bro. And yeah, man, this just accentuates your curls, and it gives a very wet look, and it doesn't make your hair poof out, and it makes you look very nice, very nice. But which one do I use out of those four? I mean, the answer is obvious. I use coconut oil. Okay, so the only product I use in my hair is coconut oil. Just pure cooking. This is meant for cooking, by the way. I use coconut oil on my hair. Because, guys, at the end of the day, these will make your hair look really good. But the thing is, just look at the back. Just look at the back, and you'll see just a whole myriad of different shit that you can't even pronounce. Like, you don't know what's inside this stuff, and at the end of the day, man, it's just not very good for your hair. Which is why I've moved to the organic side, and I start using coconut oil just to style my hair, and it's really good for your hair as well because it's got, you know, healthy fats and shit. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you should use fucking coconut oil, because you definitely have different hair type than me, because it's just, for me, coconut oil is perfect because it just makes it pretty much gives the same effect as a hair mousse, like, surprisingly. And it's actually good for you, good for my hair. So I'm not saying to use coconut oil. What I'm saying is find some natural products that actually, you know, don't damage your hair. Because yeah, man, if you keep using these type of products for a prolonged amount of time, your hair is gonna fall out eventually. I'm literally not joking. And you need to do a good job on researching and finding out what products are actually aren't gonna do that. So an actual healthy alternative to these things, okay? Oh fuck. Yeah, man, there's just one more thing I need to cover, and it's hair care. Pretty much your shampoo. Pretty much what I was talking about before. But your shampoo has horrible chemicals inside it that makes your hair look like shit, bro. Phthalates, parabens, sulfates. I guarantee if you check the shampoo you're using right now, it's gonna have at least one of these ingredients in it, and it's fucking your hair up, bro. It's literally gonna destroy your hair. I don't know why the fuck these shampoo companies put these ingredients inside them, but it's not good for your hair at all. So you need to replace your hair. You need to replace your your hair. What the fuck? You need to replace your shampoo with a natural alternative. Guys, I'm being serious about this shit. Back when I used to use shampoo, I haven't shampooed in months, by the way. I don't use shampoo. But back when I used to shampoo, my hair was literally straight. It was straight and wiry. Now it's back to how it's naturally supposed to be. It's like thick and curly. So yeah, man. Don't trust every single fucking hair company. Don't trust any company. Have some more bone. Have some more fucking backbone. And actually have a look at the things you buy instead of just buying them, you know, mindlessly, okay? So yeah, man, I hope this video helped you find your ideal hairstyle. Like I said before, if you genuinely thought this was helpful and you like the content I put out, I made an entire course on how to actually improve your whole entire facial attractiveness, not just hair. I've fucking autistically measured out, and years of experience and knowledge has been put into this course. So if you really want to level up your looks, click on the first link in the description below right now. And thank you, and don't forget to subscribe while you're on your way down there, okay?